I've probably been making Toby jugs since 2003, 2004. I'm not quite certain when the transition came between the teapots that I'd been previously making for 20 years and the Toby jugs, but I remember it started because in my collection at home I've got a 17th century, an early 17th century German Bellarmine with a face mask of Cardinal Bellarmine on it, and I suddenly realised that I wanted to do one or two of myself. And I think at that time I had teapots, I had Bellarmines and I had Toby jugs, but I found after that exhibition I wanted to do more and more and more and more public figures. So I then began to contact people, and I've now done a couple of Obama previous to this. I've done Judi Dench, I've done Henry Sandon, I've done Eric Knowles, I've done the Queen, I've done quite a lot of different people. I was lying in bed on one morning. David Cameron had just announced that he, as the chair of the G8, had selected Northern Ireland as the host, and Enniskillen, the Enniskillen Golf Resort, as the venue. And I was lying in bed listening to Handel's Messiah, and the music is so beautiful. It just sort of fills me inside, and I realised that I just had to do the G8 summit leaders. So I went down to my local MP, Sylvia Herman. She wasn't there, but I scribbled a note which was forwarded to her. She's been terribly supportive. She sent me copious letters back. I have had her full support all the way through. She asked a question in Parliament in Westminster. She got the assent of the Secretary of State, but I made clear at the point that for me to do this and get them through before the G8 conference starts on the 17th and 18th of June, I would need at least 4 months to get them done. So here now at present, it's 5 days before the conference starts. I'm at present very miffed that nobody has told me that these things are going to the G8 conference, because it's nice having them in the Ulster Museum, but my intention always was for David Cameron to give them to them. My original vision, when I saw it, I saw them on the table in the conference room. I saw them all walking in. 5 of them don't speak English as their native language. They'll be nervous. I mean, for instance, the new Italian man, François Hollande, 5 of them don't speak English. They'll be nervous, they'll have their aides, they'll have their translators coming in there. And I thought, the first thing they'll see is themselves. They'll have a little bit of a belly laugh about it, and they'll all go around looking at each other, making little comments, or saying, my nose isn't as big as that, or whatever and whatever. And it would be a great starter for the conference. And I want the people who come, these world leaders, to have a really wonderful kind of kick, a pleasant experience of their time here, and also the surprise angle of getting something that they value from the performance. It's the surprise, it's breaking the mold. That's what I most hope will happen.